Hi everyone, I'm Melody Nehemiah, music executive and founder of SongDis. SongDis is a DIY music distribution platform. We are helping African independent artists and record label distribute their music globally. Welcome to another episode in our series where we break down the music business in simple practical ways, and today we are diving into the world of music distribution. At the end of this session, you'll be understanding what is music distribution, what are the types of music distributors, what are the royalties collected by distributors, and also what to consider when choosing a music distributor. Let's begin. What is music distribution? Music distribution is the process of getting your music from the studio to the ears of the listeners, either by delivering it to digital platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and more, and sometimes physical store like the vinyl or CD store. It is the bridge between your finished song and your audience. So when you are done with your mixing and mastering and you want your listeners to hear the song, you have to use a distributor. So all your distributor will do is that your distributor will make sure they deliver your music to where your consumers, where your fans are going to listen, either to online streaming stores or they deliver it to physical stores like in the past, where we used to have people in Nigeria sell CDs like Alaba Market. I'm sure many of us will know. And also right now people listening consume music through streaming platform. So what your music distributor will do is that they will make sure they deliver your music to where your listeners are consuming your music, whether they listen via CDs or streaming platform, which is common in this. Oh God. What are the types of music distributors? We have four major types of music distribution. And firstly, we start with the traditional music distribution or the physical music distributors. So these distributors are responsible for delivering physical copies or vinyls to store for consumers to listen. So in Nigeria here or in Africa here, one of the most common traditional music distributors we know is Alaba Market. So these are people that they get music from labels, or label get them this music, then they sell it to the music lovers. So you can go to their store and you can buy any CD plate or vinyl to consume your music. This is mostly common in the past, and they mostly work with record labels and sometimes independent artists. This is not common right now because most people don't listen to music through CD plates or cassette anymore. They rather stream. But another type of music distribution we are going to talk about is the major label distribution. The major label distribution for signed artists under big label like Sony, Universal, and Warner. So these labels have their distribution arm that are responsible in taking their artists. So for instance, now if they sign any artist, like take for instance Davido is signed under Sony. So Sony, as a major label, they have a distribution arm, which is the Orchard. So they are mostly responsible for taking their artists, that is artists signed under them. They will take their catalog and make sure they deliver it to where the music lovers or the fans of this artist are going to listen, are going to buy this music. And they also offer A&R services. They also offer funding, so they can give you funding for an advance for your song or for your project. Then they take a piece or a cut of your royalties. So that once they distribute your song or they offer you funding, then they take a cut somewhere between maybe 20 or 18% from, because they are not just delivering your song, they are also giving you other label services like A&R, marketing, and extra services. So another type of music distribution we are going to be talking about is independent distribution. So independent distribution plus marketing, playlist pitching, these are independent companies that are not tied to any major label distribution. So they are mostly focused on independent artists that are not signed. So they help them with not just distributing their music, they can offer them funding for their projects, and also they can also help them with label services, A&R services, marketing, and these people have resources and network, so they help to add more value. Independent distribution takes a percentage of your royalty, but you still own your masters. So that means they take a percentage of your royalty, you still own your masters. You can decide to move your catalog from that platform to from that independent distributors to another either a major label distribution pipeline. So another type of music distributors, another type of music distributors we are going to talk about is the digital distributors and aggregators. So the digital distributors and aggregators, they deliver music to Spotify, Boomplay, and more. Some are DIY, that is, artists upload by themselves. So these digital distribution are platforms like that are very, very, very simple, like SongDis, DistroKid, and CDBB. They'll help artists, so artists anywhere they are, even if they are not signed, they can by themselves, as long as they are done with the production of that song, they can by themselves distribute their music to streaming platform. And what these digital distributors will do, they will make sure they deliver it and they give royalty reports. They will also make sure they give the artist analytics and other tools. So mostly these DIY distributors is something that you can do yourself, and some DIY distribution companies, they give funding to an A&R services and all of that. We'll be discussing that later. What are the types of royalties that are collected by distributors? Number one type of royalty that is being collected by your distributor is your streaming royalties. So because this current age, how majority of people consume music is via streaming. So whenever any of your fan or anybody stream music from either Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anything through streaming, it generates stream royalties, which is like the masters. So this stream royalties is mostly paid to the record label or the recording artist. So when your music is being streamed, this platform, they take that royalties and send it to the artist. That's like streaming royalties. That's from Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, any streaming platform you can think of, Boomplay. Once you deliver your tracks, so there is the work of your distributor to collect every royalties that has been generated from those platforms and sent to you. So another type of royalty that has been collected by your distributor is another type of royalties that is being collected by your distributor is download royalties. So there are some platforms that you don't necessarily have to stream. You can just download the music, and whenever you want to listen to the song, you listen to the song. So whenever that is being done, you generate download royalties. So for instance, now iTunes, you can see people can just go to the platform and just buy, then they download your song. And also have platforms like Even. So Even is a direct to fan music platform where artists can sell directly to their fans. So anytime their fan can get to listen to that song either offline. So when this is being done, your song or your music generates a download royalty. So that's a royalty that is going to be like sent to you. Another type of royalties we are going to discuss is the user generated royalty. So have you ever wondered how many of these artists, like when they have influencers use their music can see music lovers, they use music every day. People use music even when they are they use music for everything. So whenever anybody use your song, either be it a comedian, as long as your song is attached to that video, that your song generates a royalty, that's a user generated royalty. So most distribution company don't have that. It's called either YouTube ID. So whenever your song, we can have your song in a podcast or anything like that. So that's like user generated royalty. As long as that video is making money, your song should be making money. That's another type of royalty that is being collected by your distributor. So moving forward, what to consider in a music distributor. Now we've discussed there are different type of music distributor. We've discussed the traditional music distributor, we've discussed the major label distribution, we've discussed the digital aggregators distributor, we've discussed the independent artist distributor. Now as an artist, which of these distributors should you work with? Now if you are signed under any major label or anything, so you are going to be working with their distribution partner, like that the distribution arm. But if you are not signed, probably you are an independent artist and you are doing well, you can decide to work with this independent distribution platform like the Orchard. This is mostly done by invites, or maybe they like your sound, you have something going, and they can approach you, that A&R can approach you and they can choose to offer you advance, or they can choose to bring other value to you, either by pitching your song, just basically bringing more higher value distribution. But if you don't have that luxury yet, maybe probably you are just starting out, you can decide to use your digital distribution. These are platforms like DistroKid, SongDis, Symphonic. So these platforms, they help you. You can do it by yourself. Even if you are not signed, you can decide to use this platform to distribute your song. So even if you have most of this digital distribution platform, as it is in 2025, some of these digital distribution platform, they have what we call label services. So even if you are not signed to a major record label, SongDis can help you to give you funding. They can also help you in terms of pitching your song. So just what the major label are going to do for you, but they'll do it without taking your masters, without any, they just take percentage from the agreed from your royalties pay. So it could be 15%, 10%, 18%, depending on your agreement with them. So these people will distribute your song, we also like give you analytics, they'll also help pitch you to many opportunities. So moving forward, which distribution company should you work with? Number one, if you distribute your song, let's say, landed on the wrong artist profile, you have to work with a distribution platform that can understand your needs and can work with it immediately. So you have to also work with a distribution partner. That there's some distribution partner that offer playlist pitching, like SongDis. You can pitch your song to editorial playlist to get more stream using SongDis. And also you should also consider to choose a distribution partner because most of these distribution companies, they have a lot of clients, they have a lot of people, so they have specific kind of people, they are artists they are attending to, either emerging or artists that is already a superstar. While there's some distro companies that will give you all those services. Even if you are not yet a superstar, they have you in mind. And also choose a distribution platform that can easily understand you. So I would advise you use SongDis, because if you're an African artist, you're trying to distribute your song, I would advise you use SongDis, because SongDis, they understand your language, they understand where you are, and they understand the African scene, so they can help you with pitching, with funding, with other tools that will help skyrocket your career. So let me show you how it works. So with SongDis, you just get to distribute your song. You get to upload your song through the web platform, then they distribute it to 400 streaming platform, then you get your revenue from stream and download is being collected, and they pay it to you. So they can pay it to you either in your direct Africa local bank, be it Opay, Access Bank, or they can also pay it to you in any bank at all, any payout. If you're in Ghana, they can pay you, through your Momo Pay, Ghana cedis, anything at all. So some of this can help with that payment. So if you want to register with SongDis, just visit www.songdis.com. It's free right now. It's free to register. So once you register, you see how the platform works, then you get to start distributing your song. I hope I was able to you get to distribute your song. And if you have any issue, you can reach out to our support. We'll get back to you, help you solve any issue. If you have any questions, you can ask us. I'll see you in the next class. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments there, and I will make a video concerning that. See you in the next class. Thank you. See you in the next.